everybody, welcome back to Pam's Cutting Board. So today I thought I would make a little dessert for you. Today we're filming on June the 17th, so we probably won't get it edited and uploaded until more toward the end of the week, maybe Friday, something like that. But I did want to come on here and say Happy Father's Day to everybody. By the time you see it, it'll be past, but still, I wanted to say that. And June the 18th is not only a special day as far as Father's Day, it's my birthday. So, and I'm having to make my own birthday cake. That just don't seem right.
I'm sorry, honey.
In all fairness, Wayne did, we were out and about today, and he said, let's go get you a ice cream cake, because I love ice cream. And he knows that's what I want for my birthday cake. And I said, no, we don't need a big cake. Let me go ahead and make one of my favorite desserts, and I'll make it like in small form so we don't have a lot of temptation. So that's what I'm going to do. And here's what you're going to need. You're going to need some of these ice cream sandwiches. Do I have it right?
Yeah.
These were always my favorite growing up, and they still are today. I love them. You're going to need some chocolate syrup. You're going to need some whipped topping. You're going to need chocolate pudding, and you want the instant kind. And of course, to make the pudding, you're going to need some milk. And you're going to need some, these are generic brand of Oreos. So, that's all you're going to need. Now, normally, if you get a package, this is a package of 12. This will, by the time you do a double layer, this is an 8x8. It will take most of this box. You may have 1 or 2 left over, but we're not going to do this size for just me and Wayne. We're going to do just a little small size right here. This is a little loaf pan that you would, let's see, like you would make a meatloaf in or a loaf of bread. Looks like it's a 5 by 9.
Oh, I was going to say a 4x8.
You're close. You were close. So first, what you want to do, and we'll pause it by the time after I get this first one done, because I know you know how to unwrap these and layer them.
And if the picture's not just right, we're doing a little experimenting because it's been too close or something.
Oh, you just layer your pan, whatever size pan you want. You layer that, and then once I get this layered, we'll come back. This took about, not hardly 3 of them, and I just cut it off to fit right in there. So depending on the size pan, you may have to do that. I'm going to stick this back in the fridge, and then we'll be right back. Now we're going to make our chocolate pudding. I just went ahead and put the chocolate pudding over here. Make sure it's instant. And it says 2 cups for pudding and 1 3/4 for a pie is what the direction says. I'm going to put probably 1 3/4 in there, because I want mine a little bit stiffer. So with the pudding, you can get a mixer out if you want to, but if you've got a whisk, just add your milk and stir. And you can see how thick that it's got. If you want it to sit a minute or 2, it's going to even get a little bit thicker. And that's because we only used 1 3/4 cup of milk. We didn't use the entire 2. Okay, now we're going to add our Cool Whip or whipped topping. You guys save these bowls for leftovers.
We have a few of those, don't
We
we?
do. That's our Tupperware.
Fill it in a little bit when you can.
Okay.
There we go. Oh,
To
that
me-
is real thick.
Yeah. To me, it's just easier to do it with a whisk than drag out the mixer. And then when you do your whipped topping, don't just stir vigorously. Just kind of fold it. Because you don't want to whip all your air out of your whipped topping. And it's getting mixed up. It just takes a minute.
Now, when you put that in the refrigerator or freezer,
We put it in the freezer. After we assemble everything, then it goes in the freezer. And you want to let it freeze back probably, I don't know, an hour or two before you eat it.
if you can.
This is one of my favorite desserts. We don't have it often, but I do love it. I'd rather have this than Wayne went and bought me an ice cream cake already prepared and done. And actually, I'm going to cook my own meal tomorrow. And I may bring you guys along for that. It's not going to be anything special, but you know, for us, just a quiet little dinner at home, watching a movie. That's all I want. I'm good.
Us and the fur babies and
Yeah.
the baby.
Our little family. Okay, so you're going to put just, not all of it, save about half because we're going to do this in layers. Let me get this down.
Yeah, there you go.
Does that help?
Yeah.
And two, we have got 2 tripods that we can stand up, and we've misplaced both of them. So he has a little bitty portable one that he's using right now, but I've got to find those because his arms gives out and he can't hold it steady.
I mean, I can get a closer shot with the the long tripods, and then I can bring it back.
And then when Wayne's not feeling well, I can just set it up and film, and he doesn't have to film. So I've kind of eyeballed about,
Okay.
I wouldn't say half of it, but if you were using the full thing, you would use about half of it. So we'll have some of this left over for tonight, and this will be for tomorrow. Let me get my ice cream sandwiches out. No, I'm sorry. Cookies.
Oh, about having a
Okay.
mess up. A
It's been a while
redo.
since I made it, I forgot. So the recipe says to crush these up and sprinkle them, but I'm thinking I'm just going to layer them this time. Do you think that'll work?
It'll have to.
You'll have to, because I don't want
Yeah.
to crush them up. I'm going to crush the top layer up, but because these will soften.
That's
They
right.
won't
Yeah.
be hard. They'll soften. That's how I'm going to do it. And the original recipe called for a layer, like after you've done your crushed cookies, then you would crush up some M&Ms and put on there. But we just don't like the M&Ms on there.
Oh, we like M&Ms, all right?
Yeah, we both like M&Ms, but we don't, I don't know, for some reason. I don't like them.
It don't go good with the cake, does it?
No. But you may like them and want to do that. I'm just going to hide these so they'll fit in there a little bit better. This is not really a recipe. This is just kind of putting some things together.
And we're not on a diet, per se. But we just, if sweets are around, we're going to eat it.
Exactly. So that's why I said, let's just make a small little thing so the temptation is not there.
Can we get 19 candles on there?
Honey, I'm 21. What are you talking about?
Oh, okay.
Now I'm gonna start on this side this time. Wayne and I, we don't eat the healthiest. A lot of the food that you guys see us make is just food that we make every once in a while. We try to eat, I guess. I already have one out. Reasonably. What do you say?
Well, we try to, but when you fix something like you're fixing,
Well, this is a special occasion.
right? Yeah.
I'm gonna try to split one and put it right there.
We must be doing something right. I met a very old friend of mine today while we were out. And, I mean, we were close as brothers. And he was telling me that I looked real good. Probably stretching his blanket a little bit, but...
Okay, now back to the pudding.
Show us how good that is coming out.
This.
Yeah.
Ooh-wee. I love this dessert. I can eat this every day.
You'll be regretting.
That I didn't make a whole one.
Yeah.
No, this is still plenty for us. The last video, the potatoes and the chicken. Oh,
Yes.
I do something similar to that, but the dressing, that was the first time I had used that Parmesan and garlic dressing and put on it. Oh man, it was good, wasn't it?
Uh-huh.
It was so good. Now,
Let me, sorry for interrupting,
go for it.
but I just want to put it on that layer there.
Pretty.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
That's going to be good.
Now, we'll pause you for this little part because it's going to be noisy. I'm just going to put some cookies in here, crush them up, and then sprinkle them on top, and then layer it with some of this. We'll be back in a little bit.
If you like chocolate, you'll love this.
Yes.
We're back.
That loving feeling. Oh, that loving feeling.
Happy birthday, Eve, to you. Happy birthday, Eve, to Pam. Happy birthday, I love you. Happy birthday to you.
I just put a handful of cookies in. I didn't even count them.
Just eyeball it.
Yeah. The second layer, the first layer was supposed to be like this, but I don't know. I just didn't want to do it.
I think it would be better the way you got it this time.
I'm just going to add these. Can you get too many cookies? Can you?
Well, according to Toby, you can. No, that's M&M's, right?
Oh, man.
Wait
You know, dogs aren't supposed to have chocolate.
a minute, we don't have dogs.
Oh,
You'll hurt their feelings.
Fur babies. And one day, this has been a long time ago, years ago, Wayne had, we buy the little bags of M&Ms, and he had ate some and put them up. And I don't know how Toby got them. Toby got the bag, went into his little crate where his bed is, and he ate the whole bag. That little boy got so sick, and we had no idea why he was sick until we found the bag in his little bed. He survived, but oh my gosh, it made him so sick in his stomach. It's like kids, you gotta watch everything. Okay, now we're just gonna put some chocolate. There you go. Now you want to stick this in the freezer for a couple of hours, and then it's going to be overnight for us. We'll have some of the other pudding for dessert tonight, and tomorrow we'll have this for my birthday. We went shopping for some groceries, and we've done some other errands, and we're tired. We're going to make a quick taco, and we may just bring you guys along. And nothing special about my tacos. It's just plain old tacos, but we may bring you guys along, and then tomorrow we might bring you back and let you see what I'm having for my birthday dinner. Okay, we are back in the kitchen. And I just, I'm getting ready to fry up the ground beef. I want to show you what we like on our toppings. I like some jalapenos. And I just buy the, you see that sliced jalapenos? We both like a lot of onion. Wayne likes a lot of tomato. I like a little bit. Some shredded lettuce. We like to top it with some taco sauce. And I make my own concoction here that I use on just about everything. It's just ranch and hot sauce. To taste, I guess. And then some shredded cheese. And then we like this brand of tacos shells, the hard ones. And this is our little new toy we're going to try out. And I like sour cream, but I don't have any. So we're going to fry up some ground beef and get these tacos on the way. Okay, I've got about 2 pounds of ground beef. We like a lot of the taco meat on our taco shells. But if we have anything left over, I always put that back in a baggie. But we both are wearing down. We're tired. I am. It's you.
Lonesome, hungry,
And me.
and mean. Well,
And crazy.
tell what our lovely fur baby done.
Real life here, guys. So, I told you earlier, we went to the grocery store. We had some other errands, and our last stop was a grocery store. We came home, brought the groceries in, and Wayne was putting them away, and I was kind of taking a break and resting. So he comes over into the living room, and he has this tomato. We buy 2 tomatoes for this week. One we're using today. The other one we were going to use it on a turkey bacon club sandwich, but we're not going to have it now because he brings it over, and the top of it is a little green. It needs to ripen a little more. And he puts it in the window, so the sun coming through will make it ripen. we forget about it and we go about doing whatever, and he remembers it and goes back to get it. It's not there anymore.
And I thought Pam was playing a joke on
He
me.
kept asking me, he's like, you tell me you got this tomato and you're just saying you didn't. Tell me you're just joking with me. Honest to God, I did not get it. One of the dogs has hopped up and got it and had to eat it. And we see no evidence in the house. I'm thinking they probably grabbed it and ran outside because we leave the door open a lot through the day so they can run in and out. So with that and the little thing that you see on the corner of the first part of the video when I'm doing the cake, does this light need to be turned on?
Yeah.
Let me turn this light off. He was about to get upset. It's like, you know what? It happens. Nothing special about these tacos. Once the meat gets done, I will drain it. I want to get the grease off of it. And I add a packet of the taco seasoning and a packet of the fajita seasoning. That's the way we like it. I'll add a little bit of the chunky salsa, a little bit of garlic, some of the dehydrated onion. I'm not going to use garlic powder. I don't know why I got it down. And a little more cumin and a little more chili powder. And I just do that to taste. I don't really measure it. You don't have to do all that, but we like ours with a little bit of spice flavor to it. So that's why I add, instead of adding a third packet of this and getting all the salt in there, I just add a little bit more chili and cumin and a little more garlic. I just got my burner on about medium. This is almost done. Didn't take very long, just a few minutes. And I just take this chopper and just chop at it because I want the beef as fine as I can get it. Okay. We're going to pause it and we're going to drain this and then we'll be right back. Okay. We'll let that drain a little bit. How do you like my colander here? It only has one handle. This was my mom's.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, this is my mom's, and I've got other colanders, but I use this one just because it's my mom's. And I don't know what happened to the handle. I guess it broke off over time, but I like using it. Okay. Now, I'm going to start adding a little seasoning packet. I've added the 2 packets of seasoning. I'll turn my burner down on about medium-low. And here's where I don't measure. I just add. Good teaspoon garlic. Some hydrated onion.
What's that?
Chili powder. Palm full of each is what I use.
What?
Palm full.
Oh, okay. Palm full. Okay.
I'm going to use a little bit of salsa. I'd say that was probably
You know,
a third a cup maybe.
I don't know what
a little bit of water in that.
I don't know what I did with that salsa.
What
That-
salsa?
When I was putting up the groceries.
We didn't buy salsa, did we?
Yeah.
We bought salsa?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
I don't know. I was rearranging the refrigerator a little bit, so.
I don't think we bought
It was a
salsa.
medium. There's a bigger can jar than that. Taller.
Oh, that was spaghetti sauce.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Now we're just going to let that cook through. Let the seasonings kind of marry. And then I'm going to taste it. And see where we're at. I'm going to add a little black pepper. I about forgot that. How could I forget the black pepper? A lot of the meat left, but we can have it for leftovers this week if we want to make another taco or taco salad, or I can put it back in the freezer and use it in my soup that I'm going to make later.
I was getting ready to say soup starter.
Yeah. If I have a teaspoon of corn, green beans, or anything like that, I put it back in a freezer bag. And then when I get enough to start my soup, I'll go ahead and put that in there. So nothing goes to waste. Nothing. Okay, we're going to pause you till this kind of simmers together. We'll be back.
Shitty my hair.
What's wrong with your hair?
I look like a monster. I know
You do know I'm filming.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
I'm tired.
he's tired. He's hangry. He's hangry. See how that light glares? We've got two lights in our kitchen, and depending on which location we're at, we have to turn the other one off. But I wanted to bring you guys on before we make our tacos and show you what I got for my birthday. Hold on.
Did you get your dress?
Look at that. This dough bowl. I've been wanting one for a very long time. Love it. And I just had some lemons and limes that I put in there. But I'm going to try to get some greenery and kind of lay down and then put the lemons on top. I think that'll look pretty. But I love my dough bowl. I love it. Okay, we are going to get ready and make our tacos. We'll see you back in a little bit. It's got dehydrated onion and it's got onions from the salsa.
I was wanting some onions. So you got some cut
I've got
up.
some chopped raw onion.
Okay.
Okay. Let's make our tacos.
When you're having days like I've had today, there's no use of crying and whining and going on. I looked over a while ago and saw this. Can you read that for me, baby?
It says, "He will cover you with his feathers, and under his wings you will find refuge." Psalm 91:4. My sister bought me that.
See, a lot of times Jesus said, and he was talking to Jerusalem, but to the Jews, but he's talking to us too. He said, "Oh Jerusalem, Jerusalem, how often would I have gathered you under my arms, as a mother hen does her chicks, but you would not let me." There's a lot of time God wants to help us,
But we won't let him.
We're too stubborn to let him.
Amen.
I know, I was and pound too, didn't want help or didn't ask for help. But when that camera tore up and we didn't have a way to fix it, God was showing me, big boy, you need help. And God uses us to help one another. And that's the reason we do what we do. And again, I want to say the prayer book is your book and our book. We pray over all those requests. And I'm believing you all do too. Just say, God, please move upon the ones that's in our prayer book. Because I brag on you guys and tell people, you know, if you got a prayer request, let us know. Because there's a bunch of people that watch our show. And when we give in a prayer request, they pray. And God moves. So, love you all. If you're not subscribed, subscribe.
Hit the bell notification to all. That way when we upload content, it notifies you so you know we have new videos up and you can go and watch them. Okay. This thing I think is going to work. Now I'm going to go ahead and add some meat. I'll show you how Wayne likes. He likes a lot of meat. I do too though anymore. We are just having an evening and just wanted you guys to come along with us. Nothing special tonight. This is how we do.
Where you at?
I'm right here. And this is how we make when we like to add the cheese. So it'll melt just a little bit with the hot meat. I don't know if there's any rhyme, any rhyme or reason to be made. Now, what do you want? Tomato?
Tomatoes.
Maters.
Maters, yeah, maters.
I'm liking this little trick.
Yeah, put some onions on them. Oh, those are good.
That's our tacos. I'm going to make me a couple, and we're going to sit and watch some TV.
Well, aren't those pretty?
We're going to go watch some TV, and we'll probably bring you guys back tomorrow. Be my birthday, and let you share my birthday with me. Did I say that right?
Yeah.
But you guys will be here for my birthday, and we'll make dinner. We'll have that dessert we made, and we'll have a good time. Love you guys.
God bless you.
We'll see you tomorrow.
Bye-bye.
Good morning. So today is June the 18th. Happy Father's Day. I know this video will go up late, like I said last night. Excuse me. But I wanted to video my birthday, have you guys spend the day with me, and enjoy some good food. So what we're going to have for my birthday is some beef tips. And as you guys know, we usually do chicken. That's our favorite type of meat. But I got a hankering for a little bit of beef. So we're going to have some beef tips. Let me show you how I do it. Let me turn you guys down so you can see. Okay.
I've got my slow cooker on high, and I'm going to go ahead and add the beef tips. I'm trying to do this one-handed and film everything too, so I'm sorry if I'm moving y'all around. too much. I've got to find my tripod. I put in about medium-sized onion. I'm going to put in a can of cream of mushroom, condensed soup, some beef broth, a packet of mushroom gravy, a little bit of minced garlic, and some black pepper. Once I get everything in the pot, I'll bring you guys back and let you take a look. Okay, I've added everything in there. I've got mine on high. It should be done in about 4 or 5 hours. If you wanted to, you could mix up the soup and the gravy mix and the beef broth in a separate bowl and pour it down in there, but I don't find it necessary. I find if I just do this, stir it up, there's going to be a few lumps, but it would eventually just dissolve and mix very well. So on high, I'm going to say maybe 4 or 5 hours. It should be done. But if you wanted to do this in the morning and come back after work for supper, I'd put it on low for about 7 hours or something like that. And then once this gets done, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a spoon and I'm going to take out the meat and what onions I can get, and then I'm going to add some cornstarch and make a little bit of a slurry and some water, pour it down in there and thicken that gravy up if I need to. And then we'll fix the sides and we'll have that delicious cake. Okay, see you guys back in a little bit. I did forget to tell you guys, I'm not adding any salt right now. I'll take a little bite of the gravy once it's done. And if I feel that it needs some salt, then I'll go ahead and add it then. But right now, the gravy packet is going to have salt. The beef broth is going to have salt. And the cream of mushroom soup. So I don't feel like it will need any. But, you know, taste it. And then you can add that later if you want to. So we'll get off of here. Clean up a little bit, straighten the house up a little, and do what we need to do. Come back in a few hours, and then we're going to have some mashed potatoes, and I'm not sure what the other side will be just yet. Something green, probably. And then we'll eat. See you back in a little bit. Okay, guys. It has been about 4 hours. And this is done. We tasted of it, and Wayne said it needed a little something, so I put a pinch of salt, a little more garlic, some onion powder, a little more black pepper. And this was on high for 4 hours, and the steak bites were cut really small. We like them really small. So, and this was just a pound of steak bites. But I thought that would be enough for us. And I am going to just keep it warm. I've got my setting down on keep warm. And I'm going to make some mashed potatoes and finish up the rest of the supper. We'll bring you guys back and we'll plate it up and do a taste test. We're going to have some mashed potatoes. And I put this Fresh Success in it. I've never used that before, so we'll see if that's any good. Our tips are done. I didn't have to thicken the gravy. I guess the cream of mushroom thickened it. I wanted fresh mushrooms, but they didn't look too good at the store, and they didn't have any cans, so no mushrooms. I've got peas for me. Wayne won't eat peas, so I made him some green beans. We have some fried okra. The breadsticks is in the oven. Look at that. Ooh, that looks so good. We've been sampling it. It's good. Are you ready to eat?
Yes, birthday girl.
We're going to make us a plate, and then we'll let you know how good it tasted. We're starved to death. So, well, not starved to death, but we're hungry. And we'll be back in a little bit. We'll go ahead and end this video, and hope you guys like it.
Here we are at Lowe's Shopping Goods or whatever. There's Pamela of Pam's Cutting Board. And she's got Tobias with her.
Toby loves to go shopping.
Hi, Tobias.
He just got some. He got some French fries and some water. Now he's ready to shop till he drops.
Top. Daddy's boy, Top.